Mic check. Mic check. Let's see. 0 viewers. I don't know if I'm live, but. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome, welcome, welcome back to Random Videos by Brandy. Thanks for clicking on the video. I appreciate your support. If you're new here, I hope you stick around, chill for a minute, see what we have to talk about, and I think you'll enjoy the subject matter. And subscribe, hit the bell icon so you can be notified every time I upload, and give this video a big thumbs up. It's free to subscribe, free to like, and free to watch. And I don't have a Patreon. I don't have any paid subscriptions or anything like that. It's all free unless you want to donate. Today we're going to be talking about Crystal Rogers. She's at the time she was 35 years old, 5 children missing from Bardstown, Kentucky. She would now be 41. There has been breaking the case this week, and I know you guys have been seeing that I'm going to do the case. Well, when I first told y'all I was going to give you an update about Crystal, I had no clue whatsoever that the FBI was even in Bardstown working on the case. I live 40 miles away in Louisville, and it was a local case. It was something that has been very, very talked about, and a lot of people have their preconceived notions and, you know, just their opinions on the case, and you'll see why when you hear about it. So stick around. We're going to talk about Crystal. We're going to discuss that update. We're going to talk about what everyone thinks and what really happened, what has gone on since 2005 when she went missing, what her oldest daughter is doing now, because she does have one child who's of age now. At the time when she went missing, her 2-year-old was actually in bed with her, allegedly. Oh yeah, I forgot to give you all my disclaimer. Since this case is still in the works, you know, it's getting ready to go to court soon because it is coming to a close. So I would like to let you all know that if you like true crime, this case is extremely intriguing because it has a little bit of everything. It's got shoddy police work, crooked cops, mic check, shoddy police work, crooked cops, relationship stuff. There's just parents, there's murder, there's missings, there's just so much to unpack. And there is so much to this case. Like I said, it's very intriguing. It's so dramified. And this is like totally, here in Kentucky, this is definitely one of the most I'll just go ahead and tell you all. I didn't want to say this because I live close to Bardstown, but Bardstown, Kentucky is pretty well known for, even though it's a small town and it's like country, it's very well known for having a really high crime rate, and it's very well known for having a crooked police department. And out of all these like several dozens and thousands of crimes, there's one that sticks out among the rest, and it is Crystal Rogers' case. I don't intend ever to offend anyone or to cause any problems. If I have given you all any misinformation, feel free to correct me in the comments. I'm always down for some constructive criticism. And with that being said, this is all facts that I have compiled from the internet. I have just found different things and news articles, magazine interviews. I've watched interviews with her mother, Sherry Ballard, and yeah, that's basically how I've gotten all my information. And I've compiled it all into one video for you guys so that you all can watch and learn about Crystal Rogers, when she went missing, how she went missing, and how she's hopefully been found by now. It's been 5 years, you guys, and we have an update. So here we go. Buckle your seatbelts, kids. It's going to be a wild ride. I really shouldn't be acting goofy, but you gotta keep it lighthearted, right? Anyways, I just want to also let you all know that, like, even though there is an update right now, I really did already plan to cover this case. And if you didn't see the video where I was talking about covering this case, I literally, already was going to cover it regardless, even if there wasn't an update, just because I don't know Crystal, but I do know people who do know Crystal. I used to live in Lebanon Junction, which is literally a rock's throw to where the girl has been found. So, let's just kick right in, folks. Is anyone in the chat? If you're in the chat, say hey. I don't see any viewers, so we're just gonna act like I feel really weird talking to myself. I feel like I'm speaking to myself without any viewers, but that's okay. It's not gonna be awkward. It's gonna be cool because I'm gonna tell you guys all about this interesting case that I think everyone should totally know about. It's been almost 6 years, 5 years and 9 months since she went missing, you guys. So on July 5th of 2015, Crystal Rogers, July 3rd of 2015 was the last time she was seen. So we're going to say she went missing on the 4th. Okay, anyways, on July 4th of 2015, Crystal Rogers, a 35-year-old mother of 5, was reported missing from Bardstown, Kentucky, where she shared her home with her common-law husband, Brooks Houck. Now, Brooks and their 2-year-old son was in bed with Crystal. Their other children lived in the home as well, but let's go back to Brooks and her are in bed. Now, he wakes up the next morning, he reaches over, and their son Eli happens to be in the bed next to him, but there's no Crystal. 4th of July morning, the day before, she had just seen her cousin live in Walmart, and she had talked to her mother on the phone and expressed how excited she was that her son was going to be seeing fireworks. Little boys like to see things explode. She was happy. She was excited. She was looking forward to Independence Day, and it was gonna be, her and Brooks were having a great time. They were gonna do stuff with the kids. It was gonna be awesome, and that's actually why she was at Walmart buying things for them to have a cookout there at the farm. Her and Brooks have a cookout with kids, so everything was planned out. She definitely had plans, so it's not like she's just gonna run off in the middle of the night. Anyways, sorry I went on a little tangent there, you folks. But no one's in the chat, so if you all do come into the chat and I don't see you, feel free to comment. I can actually grab my phone, and if someone does happen to show up, I'll see it on my phone, and I'll just answer you that way, because I don't know why, but my computer, I've been using this OBS Streamlabs, and not to talk down on OBS Streamlabs, but I can't always see my chat on there, so, it says I have no viewers and no chat, and I usually have some, at least someone, but, yeah, I'm not seeing that there's anyone on here. So, Crystal's oldest daughter, she was 14 when Crystal went missing. Her name is Kaylee, and she has her own child now, and she misses her mom. I watched an interview with her, and she was talking about how she would like for her mom to be around to see her daughter grow, and to watch her children grow, and to watch her build her family. And I feel it's so unfair that was taken from her, that she never got to see her mom with her kids. Her kids never got to have their grandmother, and it's unfair to the kids as well. But, that isn't really what I was going to say, but thinking of my life and the way that things have been for me, you know, my grandmother kind of raised me. My mom was there, but I lived with my grandparents. And, you know, my mammy kind of was like a mom to me. And I can't imagine not having that figure, you know. I really feel for her children. Anyways, let's get back to business, folks. Now, like I said, she was excited about Eli seeing the fireworks this year for July 4th, and she saw her cousin at Walmart while she was out running errands. She was planning for the 4th of July. And on the morning of the 4th, Brooks reports her missing, and basically, you know, wakes up as normal, reaches over, Eli's there, Crystal's not. So he told her parents that she was missing, but he didn't like, his brother was a cop, but like, for some reason he didn't like immediately call his brother, which I thought was kind of weird, because if my brother was a cop and anyone in my family went missing, I would definitely call my brother first. Like, my cousin's a cop, and if someone in my family went missing, I'd call Todd, like, hey, yo, Todd, we ain't talked in a while, but somebody's missing. And I would have him get his buddies together and, you know, find them. So anyways, let's not talk about what I would do. Let's talk about what they did. Alright. So, now, there was a report of a car found on Bluegrass Parkway. And if you all have never heard of Bluegrass Parkway, it's a really long, desolate road that leads basically all the way from the rural parts of Kentucky down all the way basically to West Virginia. And on this road, there is like nothing. When I was a kid, we used to take trips to Pikeville, Kentucky, and we live here in Louisville, so that's like a 3-hour drive. And I am telling y'all what, there was nothing at all to see on Bluegrass Parkway, or Bluegrass Road, or whatever it's called, Bluegrass Parkway. It's this long, long road. And it was so boring on that road. Like, we would, like, look for certain numbers on license plates. Like, what kind of games did we used to play? Like, I know we played card games. Didn't we play card games and stuff? My brother's sitting next to me, you guys. My brother's my roommate, by the way. He's super cool. You want to say hi to my people? He doesn't want to be on the camera, but he's super cool. He's played card games with me because we used to get bored, you know, when we was going to funerals or going to visit family from out of town and stuff like that. Like about once a year we'd go down there for a funeral because all of our great grandparents and great-great-grandparents and stuff lived down there, so. Anyways, I do know that Bluegrass Parkway is a very long, desolate road. There's no reason for her to be headed that way. And from what her mom, Sherry, said, it looked as if she was headed toward, like, Bowling Green, maybe, or, like, as if she was going to, what'd she say, Bowling Green or Spencer County, maybe. And she said there was no reason for her to be going there because she doesn't know anyone there. She had no reason to be going there, especially not on Independence Day early in the morning, which makes no sense for a mother of 5 to be traveling out of town in the early AM hours of Independence Day. Just, what? It's like really, really weird. So anyways, the car was found, and her dad found the car, obviously. It was the 2007 Chevy Impala with 4 doors. It was maroon. It had her purse in the car, which freaked her dad out. And he said immediately she did not leave this car willingly. She would have had her purse. At that moment, that's when Tommy Ballard decided to go all in, and his life began the search for his daughter. Now, he was not going to leave any stone unturned. This man was determined. He was on the news constantly. Here in Kentucky, all you saw was every time the news break would come on, even 2 years later after the case had done already started and they were trying to get it out of the media, Tommy was going on TV asking people to look for his daughter, making sure Crystal's picture was out there. Tommy and Sherry kept this case alive, you guys. And there's something else that I didn't mention before because I didn't know if it was really relevant, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you all because I have a computer right here. I can bring up anything I want, and I'm going to show you all something that I thought was kind of creepy in a way, but it's also like super interesting. So check this out. Tell me if this is not like eerie. check this out, y'all. Hold on. I hope this is the right one. Yeah, okay. Now, I had this in my notes. I was going to tell you all myself, but I would like you all to see photos because it's so crazy how much they look alike. Okay. Now, y'all see a search for a missing Kentucky, and the mother in Kentucky is eerily similar to the disappearance of her aunt who vanished nearly 40 years ago. Okay. Now, y'all know Crystal Rogers, a 35-year-old mother of five, was last seen at her Bardstown home on July 3rd by Brooks Houck. And Brooks Houck said that she was playing games on her phone when he went to bed, which I thought was weird because usually if I'm playing games on my phone, I will go lay down with my husband if he's already in bed. But anyways, this is basically going on about how he reported her missing to her parents. She was 60 miles south of Lexington. Nelson County is the county where Bardstown is located. It says that that the sheriff, Ed Mattingly, told Mr. Houck that the police, or told Houck and the police, actually Houck told the police that Rogers had stayed up late the night of her disappearance. But the thing that I saw, he was only saying that she was playing, he was doing a police interview, and he said during the interview that she was playing a game and he went to bed. Well, when he said that she was playing a game and he went to bed, his brother just so happens to walk in. So remember, his brother's a cop. Nick Houck is a cop in Bardstown. And while his brother is being investigated, he doesn't knock on the door. You know how they have those little in-use things whenever people are being, like, interrogated? Well, I guess it didn't matter that that someone was in there being interrogated because he just moseyed his ass right on in and told Brooks, just, hey, Brooks, you don't have to answer these questions. You already answered a question. You told him what she was doing. Come on, let's go. You got to get legal representation. You don't have to answer anything. And he up and walked away as if he was not detained for questioning. Like, I have been questioned by the police about stuff before, and you do not get out of that interrogation room. Even if you ask for counsel, they make you wait until your attorney shows up. Like, they'll have you call your attorney, and when your attorney shows up, then you can talk with your attorney there. But 9 times out of 10, you're going to be apprehended, or, you're going to be taken in 9 times out of 10, and you're not going to leave from that interrogation until you go to court and are proven innocent. I know it's supposed to be innocent till proven guilty, but usually it's guilty till proven innocent. And normally they would take you to that interview, and even if your attorney came, they would question you. Your attorney would leave when you finished being questioned, and they would lock you up on some minor shit to keep you in there until they can get you on the charge they want you on. That's just how Kentucky works. I'm just going to be real with you guys. I know how the system, for those of you who don't know, I did 3 years state time here for assaulting an officer. And that means I did time and lockdown. I was level 3. So I know all about the prison system here in Kentucky. Anyways, so her car was retrieved with her purse in it, which was totally sketchy, and which made me automatically think from the jump when this case first, from like the day that it happened, that, okay, first off, flat tire on a desolate road. Someone fucked with her tire. Before she left that morning, or if she was even driving the car, I think they need to see how far that seat is pushed back, because I think someone a little bit taller than her was driving the car, and I don't even think she was in the driver's seat. I think she might have been in the trunk or the back seat, hunty, because honestly to God, I believe that Brooks done something to her at the house, or maybe took her away from the house out to Bluegrass Parkway, maybe under the pretenses of something romantic or a surprise for Independence Day. I don't know. But, yeah. I think he took her away from the house, either harmed her after they got away from the house, did something with her, left her car out on Bluegrass Parkway, called Nick to come get him, and Nick has stuck by his side ever since. and Nick is his fucking ace in the hole. But guess what? His ace in the hole got fired from the police department. Can we get a round of applause, folks? Good job, both companies for helping for firing Nick out. I know look at the feds coming in for him to be fired. Yeah, the FBI had to come in order for him to get fired, but that's a whole nother story. Let's get back to what I was telling you all about. I want to show you all a picture of her aunt because this is so crazy. So Crystal Rogers' disappearance isn't the first time her family has seen like something like this happen. Okay, her aunt disappeared in 1979. Her name was Sherry Ballard Barnes. Now, tell me that's not weird because y'all know her mom's name is Sherry as well, so it could get confusing. But she has the same name as Crystal's mom, and she looks dead up like Crystal. But anyways, she was 19 at the time whenever she disappeared, which is God, she was so young. That's just crazy, but like, wow. Her vehicle was also found, but it was submerged in the Ohio River. There was no sign of her in it, obviously. They searched for years, but she was never found. But they say that she was pregnant. Actually, her remains, along with those of her unborn child, were found. They were buried in a rural area 3 years after her disappearance. I never saw that part. Yeah, they said in 1984 they actually convicted someone of, wow, does it have his name? Okay, so, yeah, Eddie Barnes killed her husband, and what it says here, this is the old newspaper clipping, it says, in E-Town, Kentucky, which is E-Town is short for Elizabethtown. If you live here, you call Elizabethtown E-Town. So, in Elizabethtown, Kentucky, a hardened circuit court jury has just recommended a life sentence for Edsel Eddie Barnes for the murder of his estranged pregnant wife, whose remains were found more than 3 years after she vanished in 1979 of January. The jury deliberated about 3.5 hours on Monday before finding Barnes guilty of the murder to end the 3-day trial. Wow, only 3 days. That'd be so cool if Brooks' trial is only 3 days. The jury then deliberated another 1.5 before, I don't know if they mean 1.5 days. I was trying to figure that out, I guess 1.5 days before recommending the life sentence. Hardened Circuit Judge William S. Hardin County Circuit Judge William S. Cooper set a final sentencing for September 18th. Prosecutor Richard Barlow had sought the death penalty because of what he termed was a murder. Found submerged in the Ohio River near Clarksville, Indiana, a week after she disappeared was her car, but authorities could find no trace of her body. In August 1983, though, authorities, acting on a tip, spent 2 hours digging for remains at a rural site and running lab tests. David Wolf, the state's forensic anthropologist, said shortly after that he was able to determine through biological and physical evidence that the remains were that of Miss Barnes and that of the fetus. Wow. Barnes' attorney, John Tim McCall of Louisville, I wonder if he's kin to Casey McCall. I've used Casey McCall of Louisville, said that he thought the injury rendered what I feel is fair judgment to this case. I don't have a quarrel with the jury verdict, and I don't have a quarrel with them either. I wish I had the rest of that article. I'm actually going to look that up later. Anyway, similar to her aunt, family members have said it's out of character for Rogers not to be in touch with her family. And it's unusual for her to travel out of the area where she would normally be, and where her vehicle was found was not somewhere where she would normally go. So, that tells me that someone forced her to go there, and who else can force her into her car and down the street? I mean, I'm sure some stranger could take her if she were out of her bed, But being that she was in bed, you know, she was already kicked back for the night. She was laid back playing her game on her phone. She was probably getting ready to go to bed shortly after that. I just don't see her, a mom, going out in the middle of the morning or in the middle of the night and going down Bluegrass Parkway for no reason, and going all these miles out of the way, wasting gas, you know, money, gas costs money. Money is something that moms need. I mean, it's just nuts. I don't believe in coincidences, and this is definitely not a coincidence. So, anyways, let's get back to where we were before I got totally sidetracked and never showed you all that picture I was going to show you all. I really want y'all to see a photo of this woman. She is like so, like, I mean, she looks so much like her. I'm about to look up images. This is it, look. Tell me, you guys, that this does not look so much like Crystal. Look at her. I mean, the hair is different, but dude, her face, I wish I could zoom that in for you all to see. Oh my god, how do I zoom that in? How is this serial killer? This is not Crystal. That's not Crystal's case. Okay. There was only that one photo. These are all other cold cases, but there's one that really looks just like her. I'm going to put it on my thumbnail, actually. I'll tell you what. Whenever y'all see my thumbnail, you're going to be like, what? That's fucking crazy. I wish I could find her picture. That is like, okay, you know what? There's a way to find her picture. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you all. Sherry Barnes. Okay, guys, this is about to blow your fucking mind. Tell me how much she looks like Crystal. Why is it not clicking on the photo? Okay, it's not gonna make it big, seriously. Yeah, I'm trying to make it as big as I can, but anyways, you guys, tell me that she does not look so much like her. Like, what? Oh my god, like, hold on. I wish I could drag it. You know what? I'll try to put a little clip of this. I'm going to try to edit in a clip of this picture because you guys, it's an old picture. It's from the 70s, so I know you guys can't see it very well probably on my channel right now. But anyways, let's see, what's all this? Oh, some shit BJ must have been doing. Oh, he's been looking at my analytics. I see my husband has been looking at my stuff. I was actually going to look at this earlier, and I couldn't figure out how to find it. Oh, maybe you pulled it up so I could find it. I'm really bad at the studio, you guys. I don't know how to work the studio. I usually bring someone with me or have someone with me when I'm in the studio because I am really bad at the studio. Last time I was here, I don't know if you guys could hear me, like, but that's why I put on there to click on the 3 minute and 11-second mark, was because the first 3 minutes when there was that little screen up on the prompter, I thought that I wasn't on. I thought people couldn't hear me or see me. So I'm like just sitting there like, hey, I don't think anybody can hear me. How do I turn my mic on? And I'm like all yelling and stuff and clearing my throat. So anyways, yeah, there was that. But yeah, that was a fucking dumpster fire. But we're working on it. You know, this is a new channel. I am officially 2 weeks old today. I'm a brand new infant. No, I'm 3 weeks old today. but I'm still a brand new infant, you guys. And, you know, my channel's growing. I'm really shooting for 1,000. I'm striving so hard for 1,000 subscribers. You guys hit the subscribe button, subscribe, and hit the bell notifications so that you can get notified when I come on. Also, what is this crap? I don't want that on there. So anyways, yeah, hit the bell icon, subscribe, like my videos, and watch them all the way through, you guys. It means a lot. It really does. It means more than what you would think whenever you actually watch those videos all the way through. So anyways, let's get back to where we were at. Okay, so it looks like when her car was found with a flat tire, so it was like almost as if she realized she had a flat, she got out of the car, took off walking, and was kidnapped somewhere along the walk down Bluegrass Parkway. And I'm sure that whoever put her car there probably, oh my god, I just lost my fucking sound. Wow. Fucking wow. Plugs in at. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. We had a little technical difficulty there, and I'm pretty sure I fixed it. If you can't hear me, let me know. If you can hear me, let me know. Or actually, I can probably go on my channel on my phone and see if I can hear me. I hope. Oh wow, I can't watch my own channel, can I? When I go to my channel, it just shows me my channel. It doesn't show me my live. Awesome. Bro, will you go to my live and see if you can hear me? My mic came unplugged and now I don't know if I'm having sound. But anyway, just in case I do have sound, I want to go on with what I was talking about. So anyways, when her car was found, it was on actually the 4th of July. And it had her purse in it. There was a flat tire. The keys were in the car, you guys. Like, who leaves their keys in their car? That's why I don't think she took off walking. Why would she have left her purse, her keys? I mean, even with a flat tire, you don't want to leave your keys and your purse in the car. And, you know, like I said, no mom's going to leave anyways. Brooks took her somewhere. And Sherry feels, like, really hopeful. Like, and any mom would feel hopeful, I'm sure, you know. But it wasn't last year, but a couple of years ago, remember there was some remains found, and at that time, and I believe it was in 2019, there were some human remains found in Bardstown. And when they found those remains, they thought that they could possibly be those of Crystal Rogers. Well, Sherry, at that moment, totally thought that they were definitely not Crystal's remains. And even though she was hopeful that maybe her daughter had been found, at that point in time, she did not think that it was Crystal. So, you know, now, at this point, she thinks that the remains they found this time are Crystal. So, there's more that goes with that I need to tell you as well. But first, let me pull her up because I want y'all to remember what this girl looks like. And I also want to show you an interview with her mom, a clip of this interview, because it explains, you know, just to see her and understand, it'll help you understand who she is. And excuse me. Okay, now this right
A new
here.
development tonight in the unusual custody case between the mother of the missing Bardstown woman Crystal Rogers and the main suspect named in Rogers' disappearance. Sherry Ballard announcing tonight she will hold a rally outside of the Nelson County Courthouse to fight for the right to see her grandson.
She's a vision.
What can I lose?
Just an amazing
How
mother
convenient
who
is
will
it of
not
the courts
stop at
for me to
anything
sit here
find
and
her
be
daughter,
quiet
dead or
and
alive.
just
She's
take
not gonna stop
everything
at
they
anything.
dish out to me? And I refuse to do that anymore.
Why can
I'm
we
not
hear
losing
what we
anything because
have
I'm
going
not
on?
getting
Okay,
anything.
we've got an issue.
Ballard has stayed
We can't
quiet on
hear
the lengthy
Sherry
custody
speaking.
battle for the last 6 years at the request of the
Let me see
courts.
if it's-
But after a final ruling released last week denying her any visitation rights,
Let's see. Is there an issue with the TV? Is there no sound on the TV maybe? You guys bear with me. I know it's so screwed up to go off camera when you're doing a video, but for some reason, my remote's not here. Why would anybody move? Stupid. My videos always fucking suck because nothing's ever where it needs to be. Sorry about that. You guys know how kids are. I think one of the kids might have left the remote over there. Speaking of the kids, representing my daughter's cheer team, the Louisville Broncos, you guys. They have merch, and although I don't have merch, they have merch, and it's pretty cool. Like, it's got like the pink at the bottom of the shirt here. It's got like the pink going around the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see my little collar is pink, and it matches my polo. Can you see my polo on my head? I got little rabbit ears on my hair thing too. But anyways, if you wonder what those things are sticking up on the back of my head, they're just rabbit ears. But anyways, let's see if it's this. Oh wow, this is not what it is. Wonderful. So, what's the deal, pickle? Or what's the deal, pickle? I don't know how you say it. Let's see. Okay, it's because I've got the sound turned off on my computer. And it's not coming from my TV, it's actually coming from my computer. So, that would be... Let's see. It's not letting me... Okay, well, let's just try
rights,
one more time.
pointing
I'll
to
do that video.
animosity between her family and the child's father, Brooks Hauk. She says it's time
That's
to speak
Brooks, by
out.
the way, you
New
guys.
tonight, Ballard is asking for the
And
public's help
where's
to
Crystal?
rally with her
That-
next
that
month
guy in the
outside of the
shirt,
Nelson
that's
County
Brooks.
Courthouse. The fight for
I don't know
Eli
what
is
the
planned.
deal is, why we can't hear this. Sure would like to know why we cannot.
I've lost 13 pounds so far, and I'm only on week 5.
I've been doing Noom for several months now, and I've lost about 30 pounds, which is awesome.
The fact that I've been able to shed all of it off and continue to still see gains, it's literally everything to me.
I think as long as I just leave that alone, it'll be fine.
A new development tonight in the unusual custody case between the mother of the missing Bardstown woman Crystal Rogers and the main
was gonna let
suspect
you all
named in
know.
Rogers' disappearance. Sherry
Yeah.
Ballard announcing tonight she will hold a rally outside of the Nelson County
Kate,
Courthouse
but,
to fight for the right to see her grandson.
From
What
back
can
then
I
and
lose?
what she had to say
How
about it. But
convenient
anyways,
is it of the courts for me to
basically,
sit
what
here
she's
and be
saying here,
quiet
what Sherry
and
is
just
talking
take
about
everything
here
they dish out
is
to me?
that
And I refuse
she
to do that
did not
anymore.
believe that the remains
I'm
found
not
were
losing anything
Crystal's
'cause I'm not
whenever
getting
they found the
anything.
remains back
Ballard has
in
stayed quiet on the lengthy custody battle for the last 6 years at the
And-
request
but
of the
she did-
courts.
she was
But
hopeful,
after a
and she
final
did
ruling released last
wait
week
for them
denying
to
her
come back
any
with
visitation rights, pointing to animosity
whole,
between her family and the child's
you know,
father, Brooks
scoop on
Hauk, she says
everything,
it's time to
but
speak out.
it turned out to be
New
another
tonight,
young
Ballard
lady
is
who
asking
had
for
been
the
missing for
public's
quite
help
some
to
time,
rally with her
and
next month outside of the Nelson
it's
County
not- it
Courthouse.
wasn't a
The
surprise
fight
to
for
her,
Eli
honestly,
is
put it
planned
that way.
for March
She
27th
wasn't
at
really
2 p.m.
surprised. She was let down. Like, she was really let down, but it wasn't a surprise. I wish I could figure out what's going on with this, because usually
I've lost 13 pounds so far. 5.
I've been doing Noom for several months now, and I've lost about 30 pounds, which is awesome.
The fact that I've been able to shed all of it off and continue to still see gains, it's literally everything to me.
Like the interviews and clips tonight. We're just gonna stick with a photo of Crystal
Elle Smith is
Rogers.
showing us what's left of the Mount Zion Bridge in Washington County, Kentucky, as officials search for a suspect.
The Mount Zion Bridge had been standing for over 150 years, and I'm told last night it took only 30 minutes for it to burn to the ground.
Tragedy. And
Okay, so anyways, now y'all are probably wondering what the update is. I've been rambling on and talking about her aunt's case and Brooks and all that, and Brooks' brother being a cop and everything, but you guys need to know about her dad, Tommy. First of all, her dad, Tommy, was a very loyal man, and he was looking for his daughter, leaving no stone unturned. He was not going to stop at anything. Like, he did not care. She was going to be found regardless. Like, if there was any way that she was going to be found, it was going to be then. And fast forward 16 months, Crystal's dad, Tommy, was actually very determined to find Crystal, even after most people had already given up. After a couple weeks, people started to think that she just kind of left on her own, whatever. They didn't really care. And with her car being found on Bluegrass Parkway with her purse inside, there was no way her dad was going to, just let that be. He was not okay with that. And Tommy and Sherry were never going to give up until they just couldn't rest until their daughter was found. That's just, that's the gist of it. Like, if one of your kids come up missing and you found her purse and her keys in her car on a desolate road, would you be able to give up? Anyways, 16 months after Crystal disappeared, her dad was murdered. And it looks to me that Tommy found some type of evidence. I think he found something. I think he knew something. I think he had something on Brooks, and he was going to tell what he knew. And I think Brooks knew he had found something, because I know how daddies are. I have 2 little girls, and if one of my daughter's boyfriends, or if they, were to get married one day and have husbands, if one of them did some old stupid shit, or fiance, baby daddy, whatever you want to call it, if one of those guys did something to one of my daughters, and I have a 16-year-old who dates, and she has a boyfriend who sometimes has a little bit of a attitude, and he is not even allowed to come to my house. Like, he and my husband, I don't want to get too personal, but yeah, he and my husband don't get along at all. And he's not welcome at my home because my daughter has cried over him before, and we just don't deal with that around here. Okay, for those of you who have not seen this before, actually, I'll just leave my little hero in there so y'all can see the whole little package. This, my friends, is Gorilla Glue, 4th generation, and this says it was grown in Humboldt County, and that it is 28% THC, and yeah, just a lot of good facts. And disclaimer for those of you who have a problem with me smoking, I am a red card holder. This is legal, and this is my medication. So I am taking my medicine while I'm on TV, but I'm not going to stop talking about my case. So don't worry, guys. You're going to get all the info that you would like. So now, okay, so where did I leave off? Brooks is acting like everything's completely normal. He has been living his life as normal for 2 years, 16 months, however long it's been. He's been living like life's normal. But something obviously happened, because that's when Crystal's dad came up missing. Like, Crystal was missing. Her dad also came up missing. And who else is gonna, make those two people come up missing? Who would want her dad to come up missing besides him? If he didn't do something to her, and her dad is literally telling the cops and telling everyone, I know Brooks did this, like, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this, and you're gonna see Brooks did this. We know, like, her parents knew. At first, when she first got with Brooks, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Like, I studied this case so long, for so hard, and, like, when it first happened, I thought for sure it was gonna break, like, immediately, and they were gonna find out it was Brooks. When she first started dating him, she had dated a long line of losers. She's a beautiful girl. She's in a small town, popular in school. Everyone liked her. She had a great personality. Obviously, a lot of boys liked her. I mean, she has 5 children, and she's been married before. 2 of the kids are with her estranged husband, Keith Rogers. And then she had her daughter whenever she was in high school. She got pregnant, and she had her son with Brooks, of course. So, anyways, like, she has all these kids and stuff, so, of course, some men must have found her attractive, and y'all have seen her photo. She's a beautiful woman. She was gorgeous. As a matter of fact, I'm going to bring her back up just so that you all can keep her face in your mind. For those of you who are not from Kentucky, you probably don't see this as often as I do, and I want you all to please not forget this girl. She is like a very innocent woman who's done nothing wrong. She has a grandchild who would like to have her in their life. Her kids want her in their lives. She still has 3 children who are young children, and not to mention the fact that the other kids don't get to see Eli. Like, they have nothing at all to do with Eli, because Brooks, that's another thing that makes him super duper suspect to me. Brooks he's not letting Eli spend any time with the family. Eli doesn't get to see his siblings, and Brooks is the cause for that. Like, here in Kentucky, we have an alienation of affection law, and if they wanted to be real dirty about it, if Sherry hadn't already been, like, basically killed by losing her daughter and her husband, because, like, I've lost my son, and it fucking killed me. If I lost my husband 6 months later, y'all, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to y'all right now. I probably would have had a fucking nervous breakdown. Excuse my language. Pardon my French, should I say. But yeah, I would be sitting here talking to y'all. I would be in a mental hospital somewhere, because, like, I gotta be strong for my girls, but Sherry just didn't have time to go down and file no suit for alienation of affection whenever Brooks keeps the little boy from her, because she's too damn busy trying to solve this case. The police are dragging their feet. And that's where I was going with this. Now, let me tell y'all something. Back whenever Tommy was investigating the case with Sherry, them two together, now I see why they were a couple, because them two together, they are a fucking team. Like, they're better than a detective team. They were killer on it. I mean, they were killing it, dude. They found out so much. Especially Tommy. Like, he was on it, y'all. I ain't even playing. Like, while Sherry was at home taking care of Crystal's kids, Tommy was out there combing the streets, like, finding out info on everything. And, like, that's what kills me about the fact that he has been murdered, because the guy was trying to get justice for his daughter. and he was watching his wife trying to take care of all these grandchildren. You know, they're in their prime of their life. They're finally getting to settle down. They want to be grandparents, not parents. They want to have their daughter there to watch their daughter raise her children. They want to watch her get married. What parents don't want to take their little girl to pick out her wedding dress? Like, I remember me and my mom wedding dress shopping together, and like, there's no more special memory than having that type of, I don't know, that she was very close with her parents. Like, Crystal was super close to her family, and the fact that her mom was at home taking care of the kids and her dad was out searching for her was not a surprise to anyone, because the police were dragging their feet, obviously, because of Nick Houck, and because, you know, it's Bardstown, Kentucky. It's a good old boy town. If y'all don't know what a good old boy type of town is, it's where, like, if you're a good old boy, you get a free pass. Well, Brooks Houck is a good old boy, which basically means you're a fucking redneck. Like, in Bardstown, if you're a redneck, a good old boy, a fucking whatever you want to call it, you get a free pass. You don't really ever get in any trouble, especially if you're friends with the cops, because the cops in Bardstown are the cops of Bardstown. They run Bardstown. And until the feds come in, they were the lead of everything. So if they didn't want something to happen, all they had to do is throw it away. Oh, that happened? Oh, throw that in the garbage, and it didn't happen. So, y'all get the gist of the good old boy system. The good old boy system is basically where Brooks can kill someone, and since his brother is a cop, he's a good old boy. All his evidence gets flushed down the toilet or thrown in the dumpster out back or what the fuck ever. So anyways, the cops were not doing their job. That's why the FBI came in. Tommy and Sherry was not having it no more. They were done. They were fed the fuck up. And they was like, this motherfucker done did something with our daughter. Now he thinks he's ready to sit here and get this good old boy treatment, and we ain't having it. So, yeah, they were like, fuck that. We're not doing it anymore. We're not having it. And I can say I do not blame them, because I would have done the same thing. Had the cops been on Tristan's side whenever Josh was murdered, I would have went straight to the FBI and been like, yo, and I even thought about going to the FBI, because I feel like the city of Jefferson County did me wrong, because they didn't even let me know when the final sentencing was, because he finally cooperated. Anyways, we can talk about my son's case right now, because I will be going off. Anyway, I just got on a whole tangent. I apologize, you guys. I didn't mean to do that. So anyways, they made a huge discovery. Some human remains were found in Bardstown that could be her, but it's taken a while. They are investigating the remains. They want to be sure, but now the remains were found close to where her car was, which is really, really, like, her mom believes it was her, believes it's going to be her. The description, the height, the build, like, all that, the size of the frame of the skeleton is basically matches up perfectly with what Crystal's frame would be. It's hard to, gosh, I hate to say these things, because it's very unfortunate. You never want to find out that that person is dead, especially when that person has, you know, when she's a nana. She just became a meemaw for the first time, and, you know, she's a grandma now, and she has grandkids, she has kids, and she has parents who miss her and love her very much. Her dad has passed away looking for her. Like, I believe that the reason why he disappeared was because he was looking for her. Like, I mean, it's obvious, and everyone in Kentucky knows it. Anyways, let's get back to the story, folks. Tommy obviously found something, and what I think is it was something besides the bodily fluid that was found in Nick Houck's truck that he couldn't explain, that was awful suspect. Now, what do y'all think about that? Like, comment below. Nick Houck had some unexplained bodily fluid in his truck, and nothing was said about it. Hashtag good old boy system. Can anybody say, good old boy? Yeah, I'm over it. Anyways, unfortunately, we'll never know what time he found out because he's gone. 16 months after Crystal was disappeared, he was gone too. And, Sherry has continued to keep the case alive, obviously. And she's front and center for every development, and she's always there. She's been there now, like, they literally just found something on Tuesday, I believe it was, and there she was, And, Tommy was sure his daughter didn't run away. He even said that. Like, he was sure that she would never leave her kids, and because her kids were literally her everything. Like, she was one of those moms that was a mom and a wife. Like, even though her and Brooks were common law married, she was just one of those moms. She was a mom and a wife. That's what she did. That's who she was. That was her identity. And there's nothing wrong with that. Lots of us are like that, It's okay. And I actually think it's pretty awesome because it's the hardest job in the world to hold down a house because it's the one job that never ends. You're on duty 24/7. I just figured that out recently. Like, I've been recently put out of work, and since I have been off work, my experience is that you the woman becomes responsible for literally everything in the house, even if the men are home that day, or the man is home that day, or the man and the kids, or however you want to put it. That Crystal was probably that kind of mom, like, that does everything for her family, because, look how big her family was. I'm sure that she was just that kind of person from what her mom and dad say. Anyways, so Sherry also says this, and I quote, Sherry Ballard says that if she were not happy with the way that the FBI investigation was going, that she would be making some noise. So there's a reason why Sherry's being quiet and patiently waiting for those results to come back from Quantico, Virginia lab, because I'm telling you guys, mark my words, sometime in the next month or two, we're going to find out that is Crystal. And Crystal is going to get her justice. And Brooks is going to do his time. Like, I know that he is. And there's so much more. Gosh, I had so much more that I want to talk to you all about. Let's see. I'm drawing a blank, but, like, I'm literally like, oh yeah, there's only one suspect in the whole case. That's another thing. The only suspect in the case is, guess who? Good old Brooks. He just seems to keep popping up everywhere, right? I know. He's all over the fucking place. The dude did it. He killed Crystal. But the other day, there was like over 100, the other day I saw a news report that said there was over 100, I wanted to play the clip for you all, that's why I wasn't going to say it, but there was over 100 over 100 search warrants executed, and out of those search warrants, a bunch of them were for Brooks's house, and they took so many bags out of Brooks' house that, like, I literally lost count. I don't know how many bags it was, but there were so many that, like, you could keep watching and they continued all through the whole video. So they found something at Brooks's house. I don't know what all they found, but they obviously found something pretty interesting. Because don't it have, like, when they take those evidence bags out, like, don't it mean that they have found something that they want to use as evidence in court? So when Brooks goes to court, they probably have at least like 20 or 30 pieces of evidence, because I know I've seen them carry out at least like 10 bags, and I'm sure they continue to carry out bag after bag. Let's see what else I have for you guys. I have so much on this case, you would not believe. Like, I have so many pages of just like things to touch on. Like, I don't even have like word for word written down. This is like things that I just wanted to touch on, and there's so much here. Shoot, it got so long I actually had to go backwards. That's how much I had written down. I'm missing a whole page of notes, but I can remember basically everything that I had on this case anyways, because it was something that I worked on for a really, 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 really long time. So anyways, she went missing on the 3rd of July. Her kids are with her mom, I'm sorry. Her son, Eli, the youngest, is with Brooks. Not allowed to see the other kids. Her oldest, Kaylee, lives on her own now and has a child of her own. She has a family, you know, she's doing her own thing now. She was 14 when her mom went missing, and I just think that that's just so sad. Like, I know I keep talking about that, but God, I feel for her, because it's horrible. But, I just cannot wait to see these videos of Brooks's house being searched, because, oh yeah, I didn't tell you guys, they made, when they were searching his house, getting all this evidence, they were actually videoing the whole thing. So yeah, they have video of the whole, every search warrant they executed, they recorded that shit. So hopefully we're gonna get to see that. Do y'all watch the cases? Comment below if y'all watch cases. I love watching cases. I know sometimes it gets boring, but when they get to questioning people, and if you got good attorneys, I got a feeling there's gonna be some good attorneys in this one, because think about it, y'all. There's a cop involved in the case. Like, a cop literally walked in and took his brother out of his interrogation, and his brother is the killer, allegedly. But he is allegedly the killer. So he's the only suspect, and he's the last one to see her alive. It's just, I don't know, there's a lot with him. And another thing is, why did he not spend any time looking for his girl? And why did he not pass out one flyer? Why was he not involved in, like, any single tiny inkling of the search efforts? I don't understand that. If he didn't want to, like, I understand if you're depressed and you want to stay home or whatever, but when it has something to do with the person you love, who's passed on, or who's gone, or who's disappeared, it seems like you would want to do anything you can to bring him home, because him being at home with the children, you would think he would be missing his old lady. Like, I don't even say old lady, but, you know, this was like having a really country place, so I'm trying to, like, be the, you know, in Bardstown, that's what she was to him. She was his old lady, because they weren't married. That's what it is when you're not married in the country. They call it your old lady. And Crystal Rogers was Brooks Houck's old lady, and she disappeared, and he did not care. He just went on with his life and acted like everything was hunky-dory. And he didn't even help her dad look for her. And it's because he knew that her dad had that gut instinct. You know how as a parent, like, you just have that feeling, like, you know, like, when your kids have, like, done something, or, like, if they are telling you something, and then you know that they're not telling you the whole truth, or, like, not being fully honest or whatever, like, parents know. And, like, I don't know how to explain it. When your kids are in some kind of trouble, or something's going on with them, even if you're not immediately, like, in the vicinity of your child, like, you just have a gut instinct, and especially if someone tells you your kid did something, you know your kid. He knows his daughter. He knows his daughter didn't go from laying on the couch playing games whenever her family all laid down to riding down Bluegrass Parkway on our way to freaking Spencer County or whatever in the middle of the night or in the middle of the morning on the 4th of July to beat that. Like, what's she doing? He knew that his daughter wasn't doing that, and Brooks knew that he was getting to the bottom of it. And now Brooks is gonna pay as soon as that results come back from Quantico. Ain't that what it's called? Quantico, Virginia? Is that how you pronounce it? That's how what I have written down. I think it says Quantico. I can't even find where I wrote it. I don't even know what page it's on. You guys, I ran out. I have wrote so many notes on this case. I literally got notes written on the back of my notebook. Like, I have notes after notes after notes. Like, I have actually 2 notebooks because I ran out of paper and I had to rip a page out of another notebook. But there was so much on this case. I'm telling y'all, like, every time I get ready to start to talk, I want to tell you all something else, and then I'll be like, oh my god, I forgot that part. But the FBI says that they know everything that they need to know to tell exactly who did this, and if they know everything they need to know to tell who did it, and the only suspect is Brooks, that means Brooks did it, and allegedly. And also, like, they're just waiting for the results from Quantico, and he's toast. So, there's your update on Crystal Rogers, missing for 5 years. We have finally found the answers, you guys. And the answers were there all along, right by where her car was found. The remains that were found, like, in a shallow grave. They were actually in, like, a muddy area, but they didn't really have a whole lot on, like, the exact demographics or whatever, but that's the update. They found some remains. They're in Quantico right now, but the remains match her description. And, oh, you guys, Coco wants to say hi to y'all. She's always, y'all know she's a camera hoe. Okay, Coco. You can say hi to him. Come on. Come on. You gonna come and say hi to them? Don't come say hi. You wanna say hi to them? Come on. Come. Okay. And Coco's saying hi to you guys. She'll be going back to her seat in a second, but y'all know she's a camera hoe. She always has to be in the video. She's like, alright then, I'm out of here now. I just want to be in the video. It's like, I don't know how she knows when I'm recording, but every time I record, she literally does this. She has to be in it. But anyways, go back in your chair, puppy. Go on. Go look out the window. Be a good girl. Go, puppy. Anyways, you guys, that is all of my update on Crystal, and this is my Gorilla Glue 4, and this, you guys, is something that I love, love, love. I always like to tell you guys about stuff that I like. I'm not one of those people like, oh my god, go out and buy this, but these are hair masks, and I bet y'all have seen it before. A lot of y'all probably use them. I haven't done the Function Beauty thing yet. I want to try it, but these come from Bath & Body Works, and these are all different kinds. This one, they all smell so good. This one's smoothing avocado because I've got straight hair, and you know, I gotta do something for it because it's like, it gets funky, like it gets so, ugh. And this one is the repair because whenever I use a blow dryer or flat iron or curling iron or anything like that, like right now it's no iron, it's just funky, ponytail, hat, bad hair day looking. But yeah, this is Intense Repair, and then this one is Shine. And this one is so pretty, but this one smells so freaking good. This one's coconut. This one is hibiscus. Ooh, this one smells good too, I think. But no, this one's the one. This one smells really, really good. But they all smell really, really good. But this one, there's just something about the smell of this. I love anything coconut. This is something else that I like love that I was gonna tell you guys. I haven't been in the tanning bed in a while, as you can see. Like, I'm totally like looking like a white girl these days, but I need to go to the tanning bed. But y'all, you know, it's not fair. My birthday's this month, and my my annual fee is due. So like, I wasn't expecting that. I didn't know my annual fee was going to be due on the month of my birthday. I thought we didn't have an annual fee this year because of the, you know, the flu thing or whatever. Are we allowed to even say it on here? The thing that makes you wear a mask and all that. Because, like, you know how they closed down for a little while and they were doing those things, like, where you could do your session on the app if you wanted to. Like, so I was thinking, oh, they totally didn't charge us when they didn't charge the annual fee in January. I was like, cool. So anyways, March rolls around and I look at my bank thing and I'm overdrafted and I'm like, what the crap? And so I called Planet Fitness and I'm like, dude, is JT there? Because JT's the manager of the one I go to. And like, JT gets on the phone. I'm like, JT, it's Brandy. Like, why is my account overdrawn and why are you trying to charge me like $50-something for nothing? And he was like, what do you mean? It's your it's time to pay your annual fee. And I was like, my annual fee, isn't that like due in January when like it makes no sense to charge me? It's my birthday this month. And he was like, yeah, everyone gets charged on their birthday month. So y'all, if you go to Planet Fitness the month of your birthday, they're gonna charge you like this annual fee. And I don't even remember them doing that last year. Like, I don't know if somebody else paid it for me or if they just, like, forgot or if I just was making enough money to where I didn't notice them taking it out of my bank account. But, yeah, they charge an annual fee. But, anyways, this is just Designer Skin Black 20X. And it is just, oh, my God, the smell is so good. Like, wow. This everything coconut to me. I don't know what it is about coconuts, you guys. Like, I am crazy about coconuts. No, but seriously, this stuff smells so good, and the bottle's so pretty. Like, I just love the glittery, and plus it's silver. Y'all know, like, this just looks like something that would just be for me. I want a wall that looks like this in my bedroom, where like my living room or something. You guys know that new wallpaper they have, where you can like just do like one wall, it's like contact paper or whatever. I want some like this. Like, that would be so pretty. Okay, another thing that I love, okay, oh yeah, is I don't have any Perry Ellis 360 right now, but Perry Ellis 360 is the best body spray. Like, I love the stuff from Pink. I actually have the, what's it called? Soft and Cozy or something like that. Soft and, I don't know, my daughter got me some really, really good smelling kind. And then, but my original, what I was using was Warm and Cozy. But, excuse me. And then I had this other kind called Cutie Cactus or something, but it was just like for last spring. It was like a year ago or whatever. But this is Vince Camuto Femme. And it's like $30 for a thing of body spray, but and I know that's kind of high for body spray because you can go to Pink and get a thing for a regular, like, what are they, like $8 if you buy like 3 of them or whatever, $10 or whatever if you buy 3. But this just kind of stays with you, and it just has like a, it smells clean and it just smells good. Like, if you ever have used Perry Ellis 360 body spray, I love that, and it is not the same smell, but Clinique Happy is my favorite perfume. Like, if you like Clinique Happy, you'd probably like this. Like, from Bath & Body Works also, I guess because I was on my Bath & Body Works trend with my hair mask, the 1,000 Wishes, I've got the lotion layer on here somewhere too, but the 1,000 Wishes body spray, like, I've had this stuff in my purse for, like, ever, and, like, every vacation I go on, like, I take the same kind of bottle, like, they let you take this on the plane, and, yeah, it's cool. You can have it in your carry-on, and they don't even say anything. But, you know, usually they say something about your liquids, but they've never said anything to me about this, and I've been to, knock on wood, because I'm going to Vegas again soon, but, I've been to Vegas, like, a few times, or I've been on the plane, gosh, I don't even know how many times I've been on the plane, how many different airports I've been through. Anyways, through every airport, they've never said anything about this little bottle of 1,000 Wishes from Bath and Body Works. And you guys, if you have never smelled 1,000 Wishes, OMG, it is like, it smells so sweet and so, oh my god, like, let me describe it. Oh my god, it just has a sweet and clean and like floral, and it's like I don't even know, it's just so, wow, I love that stuff. And then the Vince Camuto is more of a sophisticated, like, I don't know, like if you like Pearls 360, or, oh yeah, like, it kind of reminds me of, like, Dolce & Gabbana, the regular one. Like, I've never seen Dolce & Gabbana body spray, but, like, the old perfume they used to have, like, they probably still have it out, but it came out, like, a long time ago. I was young. And this is really, really cheap. It's, like $1, but this is so awesome. It's Carmex cupcake batter, and this, can you guys see it? I don't know if you can see it, but hold on. Carmex cupcake batter, and it is the very best. It smells like cake, and it tastes so good, and you know, I have chapped lips, just got lipstick on it. I have a little bit of lip liner still left. I didn't know that was still there after I ate. But yeah, there's liner right there. Yeah, like, have you guys ever seen anyone open up their chapstick and, like, looks all crusty and shit, like, around the thing where the thing is? That's, like, really weird to me. Like, I've had someone offer me their chapstick before, and it's like, ew, no. Plus, it's got some kind of crust around the thing. Am I even live? Like, it still says I have no viewers. Like, I'm gonna have to go and check my my stream thing. And I guess I'll show you guys one more little thing real quick. This is another little bag that I came across on eBay, and I saved so much money because I was buying Twilight teeth and a tray, like, about every 3 to 6 months at the Planet Fitness, and it's $75, or like, it's not, like, if you don't have a coupon, you could spend $100. And I found the P6 for like $15, and one of them had it for $12, but there was shipping and handling, and I'd rather just pay the $15 and not fuck with shipping and handling. And the teeth whitening thing that you can plug in, and it will whiten your teeth. You paint your teeth with your P6, and hold on, let me see if my computer works. It should work for it, because all you gotta do is plug your USB in. Hold on for 1 second. Oh, there we go. Okay, look. Is this not cool? You just, like, and then I got, okay. I don't want to see it dirty. A bag that I had it in. for now. But, okay, like, you would just paint your teeth. It's just like a little paintbrush, like, it's like a little mini bottle of nail polish or something. Paint your teeth with that, and then you put that in your mouth, and you just kind of sit there and, like, read a magazine. I get, like, People magazine delivered to me. I have, like, 12 of them. Like, no, I don't have 12. I have, like, 3 right there, though. I get one every week. And, yeah, like, you know, we love People magazine. Awesome. They're my favorite. What is up with my stream deck? Why am I not hearing anything in my headset? Like, I didn't hear the TV earlier. I wonder if you guys could hear it and I couldn't. That would be crazy. Anyways, there was a few more things I was going to tell you guys about, but we might just do a bed chat because I need to get out of here. Hate it in here. Well, I don't hate it in here, but obviously I have been on here for a really long time, and, you know, I need to get out of here and go lay down. So, you guys have a good night, and I love you so much. Y'all, thank you for watching, and if you stuck with me through this whole live, you're freaking awesome, and if you didn't, thanks for watching anyways. If you caught me halfway through, I hope you got educated about the Crystal Rogers case. I hope you're going to be paying attention, because here in the next few weeks we're going to know, whenever the results come back from Quantico, Virginia, we're going to know that we're going to have an interesting case to watch, because Brooks Haupt is going to have to face the music books, and I believe Nick Haupt will also be in some trouble for obstruction of justice, probably. I don't know, like, I was saying that about Trizelle Westa's mom as well. I think her ass is going to be toast for obstruction of justice, because she lied for Trizelle, and allegedly. We'll talk about this another time, y'all. I love you very much. Have a great night, and